Hi, welcome to another episode of Book Covers DIY. Today I'm going to teach you how to design a book cover for a story collection. Now, I do want to say thank you to the viewer that suggested this or requested this. Unfortunately, I did not get your name right after I read the message. It just totally vanished. I can't retrieve it, can't find where it is, what happened to it. So whoever you are, thank you for this suggestion, and let's get to it. Alright, so here we are in Canva.com. This is the free website where we make all of our book cover designs. Once you register and log in, you'll be taken to a home screen that looks similar to this. Now, right across the middle, you should be able to locate book cover. If not, just go up to the search bar and type book cover in there, and it's going to take you over to the book cover templates page, where there are currently over 5,500 pre-made book covers. You can scroll through here and find one you like, customize it with your own colors and text and things like that, but as always, I like to make my own, so we're going to come up to the top and create on the first option, create a blank book cover. It's going to take us over to our design area. Now today, since we're going to be focusing on the design aspect, we're going to be designing a front cover only. So if you are needing a full book cover with the back and spine for print, you can still watch today's tutorial for inspiration and then hop on over to my print book cover tutorial, where I will show you how to calculate the dimensions for your book cover, as well as go on to design the back cover and the spine. The link will be in the description box below, so be sure and check that out right after today's video. Alright, so here we are in our design studio. Here on the right, you can see we have our book cover, which is currently blank. Over here on the left, we have our toolbar and our toolbox. Now, I always like to start with a photo or a graphic. It's going to set the tone for the rest of our book, including our font choice as well as our color scheme. And now today we have not settled on a specific theme for this book, so I thought we might do 2 or 3. So I'm thinking let's do one that's like maybe a collection of spooky stories, or like this one here, it says horror stories. So maybe we'll do one like that, and then I'm going to click down here where it says add a page. And then here on this one, maybe we'll do like inspirational stories. So we'll find a different photo for this cover. And then let's go and do a third one. I'm going to click it again, add page. And then here on page 3, maybe we'll do like children's stories or bedtime stories like that. Just so we'll have a little bit of variety today instead of just doing the same cover twice. We're going to work on 3 different genres. So let's start with our first one. This will be like our spooky stories. Okay, so to find our first photo, let's go over to our toolbar on the far left, and we're going to click on elements because I'm not sure if I want a photo or a graphic for today. So we're going to click on elements, and then you can see our toolbox changed. And at the top, let's just type in spooky forest, hit enter. Okay, so now you can see we have option for graphics, photos, videos. Let me check out the graphics first. I'm kind of seeing some stuff I like here in the photos, but let's click on see all right across from graphics. And you can see we have, some night scenes here. I do want to explain this little crown you see in the corner where it says Pro when you hover over it. That means these graphics are only available with Canva Pro, which is the paid version. If you are using the free version only and you'd like to filter those out, you can come up here to these 3 lines with 3 dots, click in there, and then under the price category, click on free, and then just click off to the side, and you can see now it has filtered out those results, and now you have only free options here. I'm going to go ahead and take that off since I have Canva Pro. So I want to just click on a few of these to give you an idea of some of the graphics you can choose. Let me see what this is. This is a little witch or something. Okay, so you can see I clicked on that image and it appears over here on our canvas. All you need to do is grab one of the 4 corners, these little dots, and you can stretch out the image full size. And you can see I'm cutting off quite a bit of it. That's perfectly fine. You can focus on the part of the design that you like. So here's a little witch in the night, there's some spooky trees, and so I'm just going to click off to the side so you can see how that might look. That would be a great cover. Now look over here back in our toolbox, you'll notice this box appeared that says magic recommendations. Canva does this really cool thing. If you select an image and there are similar images to that, it will pop up under magic recommendations. So you can just click on see all, and now we're going to get other images similar to that one. For instance, this one here, let me delete this one. I'm going to click on this one we selected, and you're going to see this little toolbar. It's kind of hidden down here, and it has a trash can. That is delete. If you click on there, poof, it's gone. All right, so let's try a couple more of these. This one has like 4 little friends, look like they're little trick-or-treaters. So you can stretch that one out, delete that one. There's some other images in here. Here's another one with a witch and a night scene. So you have quite a few options in here. If you ever want to go back, you just click this arrow right here next to Magic Recommendations and it'll take you back to the original results screen. Now these results are not exactly what I'm looking for, so I'm actually going to switch over to photos. So I don't have to go back. Look right here at the top, it says all graphics or photos. The purple line is below graphics right now. I'm going to click on photos and you can see the purple line switch. So here's some great ones here. Let me click on this. And again, we've got some magic recommendations, but let me stretch this one out, see what exactly is that in the middle of the forest. That's a good one there. There's a guy running from something. We can click on magic recommendations, see all. There's one with no one running. It's just a creepy forest. I'm going to delete this one. Let's check out a few more of these. There's someone running down here like in a yellow raincoat, which very much reminds me of the little boy in It with the yellow raincoat. Let me go back. Let's go up to this arrow, get out of magic recommendations, and now we're back to our original results. This one here, I want to check that one out. I'm going to delete the raincoat guy, and this one's just like a figure. Okay, this one kind of gives you like a Slender Man type of vibe. That's a pretty cool one. I'm going to click off to the side. Okay, so for this book, I think I'm going to go with this one. I really like that it has this sort of foggy area here where we probably will be able to put our title. It's got the blank area up here, probably put the author name, something like that. So we'll come back and tweak that photo. Let's go ahead and move on to our next one, which, what did I say this one was? Maybe like inspirational stories or something like that. So let's come back over here and we're still under elements. I'm going to click on the X next to Spooky Force. And now I'm actually just going to type in inspirational. Okay, under photos, right here under photos, I want to click on see all. There's this one here. Someone, you know, like the top of the mountain, their hands raised. Here's another person like climbing the mountain. So I think I'm liking this one right here. So let's delete this back one. Okay, so there's that one. So we have like a collection of spooky stories, collection of inspirational stories, and then let's do this one like a collection of children's maybe bedtime stories. So let's think of a, or let's say cute moon. Okay, yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for, something like that. Okay, so we're under photos. These are cute, but I think I'm going to go with graphics on this one. So let's go to the top, and instead of photos, let's click on graphics. Here's some cute designs here. Here's a little elephant. Oh, I like this little panda one is cute. And again, we have magic recommendations. We can click on see all. There's one in a little nightcap. That one's cute too. Let me go back out of this one. I want to see what else there is. There's another little teddy bear. And it has magic recommendations for that one as well. Oh, I like the little blanky one. Let's delete this one. Let's go back. Oh, here's one with a little kid. Okay, so since this is for children, maybe we should choose one like that. I'm going to delete that one and let's delete the little panda. Okay, so here is our photo. I'm going to show you how we're going to come back and put a background and probably some other stars and things on that. All right, so let's go back up to our first one, our spooky story collection. Now I do want to kind of customize the photo before we do anything else. So I'm going to click on the photo and then I'm going to get some options up here. I'm going to click on edit photo. Now we are under the effects category. Go down to filters and let's click on see all and see if there's any here we like. These filters are separated by tone. So we have natural, warm, cool, vivid, soft, vintage, mono, and color pop. So like here is fresco. Luna, you can see it's making it blue. Flint's going to make it more green. If you go to the warm colors, it's going to add, you know, browns and golds in there, even some reds. Cool's going to add blues and greens and grays. Okay, yeah, let me go to mono. So here's classic, ink, noir, film, newspaper, and slate. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with noir. Okay, so I've chosen this filter. If I'm happy with it, I can just go back. If I want to tweak the image a little more, I can always go to this center tab, which is adjust, and this is your manual adjustments. So you can go through here, through all these sliders and adjust the temperature and things like that. So now we need to add our title. Let's come over here to our toolbar on the left and we're going to click on text. Now if you scroll down, you're going to see a bunch of pre-made titles. Some of those have the crown as well, but you'll find some that are free. So let's say you wanted to use this one. when you click on it, it's going to appear over here. Let me stretch this out so you can see. I'm just grabbing the corner and making it larger. Now watch when I click on it, you're going to see there are several boxes. That's because there's several text boxes grouped together. Do you see this right here? It says ungroup. If you click on that, it's going to ungroup them. Now you can see there's 1, 2, 3 text boxes. Click off to the side and then click back on the text boxes and you can move them around. So let's say you don't want this one. You're going to click on it and delete it. And maybe you don't want this one. You're going to click on it, delete it. So now you're left with just the one you want. So let me just type in there, spooky. So I'm not going to choose this one, but I just wanted to show you how to separate the text boxes when choosing a pre-made title. Because yeah, if you look, the majority of them have multiple text boxes. So all you have to do is click on that ungroup and get rid of the ones you don't want. Okay, so I don't want this one. I'm going to click on delete. I'm actually going to scroll all the way up to the top, and under default text styles, I'm going to click on add a heading because I prefer to choose my own. So now your text box is going to appear over here, but you're not going to be able to grab it. See, it wants you to type in there. So you have to click off to the side, and then when you click back on, you'll be able to grab it. So now I can move it down here. Now we definitely can't see this black title on a black background. So we need to come up here to this A with a rainbow line beneath it. That's our text color. If you click in there, your toolbox is going to change again to all these color palettes. Down at the bottom are default colors, so you can actually just click on any of these and you can see the wording changes to match whatever color you click on. At the top, just ignore this part right here. This is actually like my brand kit, my brand colors for my website. Down here in this section, it says photo colors. Anytime you select a photo in Canva or upload one of your own, it brings down that photo into a color palette. So here's the photo here, which if I chose this light gray, then the words change to light gray. This photo here is actually from our second photo. So we would not want to match this book cover to any of those colors because maybe down here we would, but not for this one. So just ignore that one right now. We'll look at that one for our second cover. Okay, at the top, these are our current colors, black and white, but you'll see this rainbow box with the plus sign. If you click in there, it says add a color. Now you have some sliders. I like to start with the bottom slider, this rainbow line. This chooses your base color. I'm going to put it right here in the green section. Then when you move this slider, if you look over here at our text, it is changing to wherever I place this slider. This is selecting the shade of green. So here, of course, the top is going to be brighter. And then as you bring it down, it gets darker. Another thing you could do is you could use this eyedropper tool here. You click on there and then it magnifies all the pixels in your image. So anything you place it over, when you click on it, your font's going to change to whatever pixel you landed on. So let's see, right here I'm in the light part of the woods. I clicked and it changed to this really light gray. If I do it over, let's do it on the tree. Let's find a dark spot on the tree. And you can see it changed to match the tree. See, as I bring it up, that you can't even see the G because it blends in perfectly with that color. So you can always match your title to something in your photo. Of course, we would not do that here because you cannot see it. So I'm probably just going to choose plain white for this one. So now we need to choose a font. We don't want to leave it with this default Canva sans, but the best way to choose a font is to see your title in that font. So now I need to come up with a name. Let me just call this, I'm going to type it in all caps. I'm going to call this like Shadows, a collection of scary stories, something like that. So right now, the main word I want to focus on is shadows. And then I want to bring it up. So I'm going to click off to the side and bring it up here. Okay, so now we need to choose a font. So I'm going to come up here to Canva Sans. If I click this down arrow, our toolbox is going to fill with all the different font selections. Ignore all of this part, recommended, recently used, my brand kit. You'll want to go down to where you start seeing the A's because it's alphabetized. So that's when you really start seeing all your font choices. Some of these have the crown as well, but the majority of them are available with the free version of Canva. I'm going to try out different fonts. Now, you also want to make sure you choose a font that is not difficult to read. Look at this here. That is difficult to read. All right, so I chose this one here. It's called Sunday. It's easy to read. Okay, so now I'm just going to stretch it out larger by grabbing the four corners. Another way you can make your font size larger is by coming up here to this font size box. If you click in there, you're going to be able to select a size, but it only goes to 144. You can also increase it by using the plus or decrease it with the minus, but I prefer to just grab one of the four corners and stretch it out. Now to center your font, you can just move it until you see that solid center line like that. I'm going to bring it down here into the dark background. Okay, so our title is shadows, and then our subtitle would be like a collection of dark tales or spooky tales, something like that. So to write our subtitle, we need to come back over here and let's choose add a subheading this time. If you've clicked off of it or you don't see any of this here, just make sure you click on text. And then now we're going to click on add a subheading. So now this time we're going to get a smaller text box. And again, it defaults to Canva Sans. Let me go ahead and write our title, a collection of... Okay, so now we need to change the font. We don't want to choose something that competes with the title font, but we want to choose something that complements it. So just make sure you are clicked on your subtitle, then come up here to Canva Sans. And then now we're just going to find another... Oh, I kind of like that one. Hey, gotcha. You'll notice that there's a large gap on each side. All you have to do is grab this side corner and bring it in. Okay, then now we're able to center it, and let's go ahead and stretch it out. We want to try to make it even with shadows. Okay, so now we need to bring them both up. Now you can bring them up one at a time like this. Another thing you can do is you can group these two text boxes together. To do that, you click on Shadows, you hold down Shift, and then click on your subtitle box, and then you're going to get this menu bar and see where it says Group. Just click in there, and now they are grouped together. So you're able to move them together. You can also adjust the size, make it larger, and you can also center both text boxes and move them wherever you want. Okay, so now we need to add an author name. I'm going to come over here to add a subheading, and again, we're going to get a smaller text box. Okay, and I'm going to use the fake author name we usually use. Instead of Stephen King, we use Thomas Keane. Okay, so that is our fake author name. Now, of course, you cannot see the white on the lighter background. Always remember, dark background, lighter font, light background, darker font. So we need to change this. If I was placing it over here by this tree, then yeah, I would probably, leave it light and put a shadow behind it. But I think I want to place it in this area. Probably make it bigger as well. First, let's go ahead and change the font. I'm going to click on Canva Sans. Now, I'm not going to go through here and try to find a third font. Try to keep your book cover with only 2 fonts, 3 at the most, but preferably 2. So as you can see, I scrolled all the way back to the top because right here at the top, Canva saves the fonts you've used. So under document fonts, right here, Canva Sans is checked because that's what it currently is right here. But you can see that it remembers, and this is great because there are so many fonts and you're going to probably try, dozens upon dozens until you find the one you like. So more than likely you're going to forget the names of them because there are so many. But what's great about Canva is it remembers for you. So right here, Hey Gotcha, that is this one down here, a collection of dark tales, and then Sunday, this one here is the one we use for shadows. So you can see when I clicked on shadows, Sunday got the check mark. I want to use Hey Gotcha. So let me make sure I click on Thomas Keane and see the checkboxes on Canva Sans. All we have to do is click on Hey Gotcha, and you can see it change to match a collection of dark tales. And you can also see the font size changes. So sometimes you have to readjust the size after you choose your font. Okay, so now I want to choose a dark color. I'm going to come over here to this A with a text color. I can scroll down and just choose plain black if I want, but remember we have these photo colors here, which are like charcoal colors. So I think like even this one is not a pure black. It's like the black that's in the tree. I think I like this dark gray. I can also see what these look like with this light gray, like that. Let me click back on white, or I can try this one with that. So maybe I'll do that. I'm going to leave shadows in pure white, and the collection of dark tales, I've chose this really light gray, which is actually in the background of our 4. So now let me just place Thomas Keane. I guess it's okay there. You could always center it if you wanted like that, but it kind of balances out this. We got so much dark on this side with the tree. and I want to balance out the color by adding something dark on this side. So now we have our first short story book collection done. Let's hop on down to the next one, and we're going to pretty much do the same thing. Click on the photo, edit photo. We can go to filter, see all, and they're all going to be pretty much the same. Maybe we'll go to a vivid one. Let's see what these vivid's going to bring this out a little bit brighter. Maybe we want to do that. Okay, yeah, look at that. That's looking pretty good. I like the brighter sunset. Let's go back to none. So you can see how it's got a lot of gray tones in here. The vivid is helping to brighten it up, and we want that because this is supposed to be inspirational. So yeah, maybe you do want the brighter tones. All right, let's go with chroma. Okay, so once we're happy with that, we're just going to go back on filters, and we can click off to the side. Okay, everything else, I think it's pretty great. So now we're just going to go to text, which we are already there. I might have a pre-made font for this one. Let's see. Let's try this one. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but let's just try it. Click on this I can and I will. It's one of the free options. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is ungroup these. And you can see there's 3 text boxes. Let me click off to the side. There's 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to just delete this and. We don't need that. And this one already has like a special effect on it. I'll show you in just a second. Let's go ahead and change the name. Let's call this like Conquer. Oop, I need to make it wider. Just grab the side, drag that out. I do want to show you the special effects on this. So you can see this effects is highlighted. When you click in there, you can see that the purple box is around echo. Let me zoom in so you can see that. It actually is your font, your text with 2 shadows that is under echo. I'm going to click on a different one, like here's none, and you can see it pops back to just that. There's shadow, lift, there's outline, there's different things that you can do. So let me come up here to conquer. I really don't like that echo. I don't think I ever really use it. But if you wanted to keep it, let me zoom in again. You can change that color by clicking in that little box. So right now it's set like this yellow. Let's just choose black. And so you can see it changes. It changes to whatever color you click on. I don't want it at all, so I'm just going to click on none. And let me zoom back out. I'm kind of actually liking the way this one looks, the hollow. Let me click on that. Okay, and then I can tell it's not white, it's like an off-white. To change that, you can come up here to the A, and you can see right here, yeah, see, look, it was off-white. If you want to make it pure white, just click on down here under default colors. And the same thing with this one on I will, you're already there, just click on white. So I'm going to call this like Conquer, and then I'm going to bring this one up here. I need a 3rd text box for mountain. So I can either come over here to text and find the font and everything and then add another text box. But a simpler way to do it is just to click on Conquer. Right here next to delete, to the left of delete, it says duplicate. If you click in there, you're going to get a text box already with the font and the special effect. So I'm just going to type in. Also, their center align, you can see right here, alignment. I want to make them all left aligned. Watch, when I click on the, see it's going to jump to the left because that's going to help to be able to line them all up. And same thing with mountain. I'm going to make them all 175. And then if we want to space them evenly, we can click on each one while holding down shift. So we have all 3 in a dotted line box. Then let's come up to this button that says position. And here we are under the Arrange tab. We want to go down to where it says Space Evenly. We can either space them horizontally, evenly, or vertically. I want to space them vertically, so we can just click on that. And you can see the jump down. So we have an equal amount of space between Conquer and the Mountain. Okay, and then now we can center them. We know that text is centered when the solid line appears. All right, let's click off to the side. Now I need a subtitle because I want it to know what this is. This is going to be like a collection of inspirational stories. So let's go to add a subheading. A collection of, okay, let's just do a collection of, and then we will duplicate that. Okay, so now I need to choose a font for this one. I'm just going to find something quickly. Okay, for this one, I think I'm going to use this one. It's Anton. I like that it's tall and skinny, so it's going to fit really well in this voided space right here. So let's move this one over here, and then we're going to duplicate that, bring that down, and let's write inspirational stories. Let's do another one. Duplicate. So we'll say this one is a collection of inspirational stories for mountain climbers. Okay, and then now we need to add an author name. This one we're just going to make this real small, so I'm going to add a little bit of body text, and we're going to have another small text box. First thing we need to do is to change the color. You can't see it there. Okay, so now here in photo colors, we do have this palette that matches. So let's try this dark brown color. Okay, and then let's just choose a fake author name. Let's just say by M. Everest. Okay, and then I want to definitely change the font. Let's find another font. Let's choose that same Anton that we've used here. But as you can see, the by is centered. This time I'm going to align it to the left. Okay, so I have an option. I can either place it down here and leave it that color, or, okay, maybe we'll place it there. Okay, so there is our collection of inspirational stories. And then now, finally, we have our children's book of bedtime stories. For this one, we have chosen our photo already. Now we need to choose a background color. You can either just click on the background and then click on this rainbow box and just choose any one of these solid colors. Like here's a pretty blue, there's a yellow. You can also scroll down to these gradients and you're going to get these colors that change. So like this starts more of a greenish blue. You can also do it in like a purple blue. Another thing we could do is we can click on background, and then we're going to get some options like patterns, gradients, abstract, food, textures, flowers, nature, or just all results. So if you scroll down through all results, you're going to see there's a wide variety of backgrounds. You can just choose plain. You can choose, this is like confetti. There's different textures. There's some clouds, things like that. This one looks like he's flying. Okay, so these are actually photos. I'm going to come up to elements again. And where we had typed in bedtime story, I want to type in maybe a night sky. Oh, and I forgot to get rid of this cloud one. To get rid of this cloud one, you can just click on the cloud and click on delete. Okay, it's back to white. Night sky, we can either get a photo, which is going to be a little bit too realistic for this graphic design. So we need to go under graphics because we don't want to mix a realistic photo with a, cartoony background. So let's see, like for instance, we could choose something like that. Not that one. I want something very cutesy. Okay, I'm kind of liking that one. We'll be able to change the colors. So I do want to show you something. So see this one here, when I click on it, you're going to get these color boxes. That means you can go in and customize the colors. But then when I click on this photo, there are no color boxes. We cannot change it. We're stuck with those. So I don't want that one. I'm probably going to stick, let me try this one. Again, no color boxes, so you're stuck with the pink. Oh, this one's really cute here with the little dangly clouds, but it has a moon. We already have a moon. This one's cute too, and you can change the colors on this one. Okay, let's work with this one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this background, and then I'm going to stretch it all the way out to the full size of my canvas. Now you can see we covered up the little boy. I'm going to show you how we can fix that in just a second. Let me place this where I want it. Okay, so I want to show you how to bring the little boy and the moon back to the front. Click on position, and it defaults to the arrange tab. We need to click on the layers tab, and this is going to show us all of our layers in our design. So there is a little boy there, but he's underneath. So let's imagine you had a stack of papers or drawings. The one on top is the one that's going to show first. So we need to click on the little boy and drag this page up to the top. So there he is, okay? So now we have the little boy back on top. So anytime you think you've lost something, just check under layers. It might not be lost, it just might be hidden. Okay, so now I want to customize the colors of this design back here. So I'm just going to click on this layer, see, and you can see the box changes. I want to make the colors match our design. So the darkest color, which you're going to see right here, let's make that maybe a darker blue, maybe something like that for right now. And then this next color, what we'll do is we will just pick a lighter shade of that color. So let's click on that same blue, and then scroll up to your rainbow box here and see where it is currently at. Let's just move our slider over towards the left, and you can see now that blue's getting lighter. All right, now let's choose the next color is this gray, And that would be right here, what's in this cloud. We can just click on that light blue and then again, click on the rainbow box and bring the slider over even more. And then we have the lightest gray, which we can just switch to plain white. And then this white here is, I believe it's for the little like stars. Let's make that yellow. So I'm going to click on that white and we can click on this yellow. Or if we wanted to use the eyedropper tool, we can click on the moon and they will change to match. So you can see we were able to change all those gray, dark, kind of gloomy looking clouds to match our image. Now we can even reposition it and then we can move the little boy. Okay, so now let's make our title. We're going to come over here to text. Okay, just for time's sake, I think I might go ahead and choose a pre-made one again. Maybe this one right here, this feeling cute. First thing I'm going to do is ungroup it. And now I'm going to separate the text boxes. I don't want the special effects that's on them, so I'm going to click on effects and I'm just going to go with none. And the same thing with cute, none. Okay, let's just call this bedtime. We definitely need to change the color. I'm just going to change it to plain white. We may put an outline on it or something like that. And then let's change this to bedtime stories. We can change that to white as well. Okay, I can decide if I want a special effect on that. Let's see, let's go to effects. We can do an outline. Yeah, outline's going to be cute, but not this gray color. So I clicked on outline. Let me zoom in so you can see. It defaulted to this charcoal or this dark gray. Let's click in there and then let's choose maybe yellow. Oh, not yellow. Black. You know what? Let's do the eyedropper tool and match it to his hair. Okay, that's better. If we wanted to, we can adjust the thickness of the outline. So you can see I'm going to make it at 80. Now we can do it all over again to stories or I'm going to delete that one. I'm going to show you an easier way. Let me zoom back out. Is just to click on bedtime and duplicate it. It already has the outline the way we want, the right color and everything. So all I had to do is duplicate it. Bedtime stories, and let's maybe say for babies. So let's go over to text and I'm going to add a subheading. Maybe I'll do lowercase. So for this one, let's find another font. Okay, this is just kind of something cute and cartoony. I'm going to bring that over here and let's align that one to the left. And I don't want this harsh black because we don't have anything harsh black on our design. So I want to again match it to that same brown. Oh, actually we could use yellow. Okay, yellow is going to be good. Okay, so bedtime stories for babies. And again, I'm going to bring the little boy down just a tad. So he's kind of just resting right here in the clouds. And then we can make this larger. And let's do an author name. I'm just going to duplicate for babies and we're just going to say this is by Mother Goose. Now this Mother Goose is not sending out too well, so let's change the color. Let's say by Mother Goose. Children's books often have it say by. And let's make it smaller because now it's way too big. And let's center it. We know it's centered when the solid line appears. Is it black? I want it to be that brown. Let's do the eyedropper just to be sure because I can't tell. Okay, so bedtime stories for babies by Mother Goose. All right, so we are done. We tackled 3 totally different genres for a collection of stories. So let me show you how we can download these and check them out side by side. First thing I want to do is change the project title. It says spooky because I think that's the first thing I wrote. So let's delete that and we're just going to say these are story collection covers. All right, and then now let's click on share and download. It's going to default to PDF standard. That's for printing. I'm not going to print anything today. I'm just going to click on PNG so we can check these out. And then under all pages, yes, I want all 3 pages, so that's fine. And download. It's only going to take a few seconds for the download bar to reach the other end. All right, so here is the zip file, story collection covers, and now it opens it into a folder. Let's click on the folder. Now let me open each image and we'll check them out side by side. Okay, guys, we have 3 today, so it took up the whole screen, so we'll have to click on each one. Okay, so here's our first one on the far left. This is our collection of, dark tales, spooky stories, short stories in the horror genre, or they could even be like, like those creepypasta stories where, a collection of people's, actual stories of weird or creepy or spooky things that they have encountered in their lives, is a collection of those, either one. So we titled it Shadows, a collection of dark tales. We chose this photo that correlates with the name Shadows. And so we just have this, silhouetted person in the woods. We did tweak the image just slightly. And then we made our title. Now, Shadows is in pure white, where a collection of dark tales, we use actually the color in the photo palette, which is very light gray. It's almost white. And then we wrote our author name up here in the same font, but we chose another color from the palette, which is this really dark gray. It's not pure black. So that was our first cover. Then our second cover, this genre is just a collection of inspirational stories. We found this photo of this mountain climber, hiker climbing this mountain, which inspired the name, Conquer the Mountain. This was a pre-made title on this one. It had that echo, which I just took it off, and instead I chose a hollow special effect. I think I should have brought the name over just slightly a little bit more to the right. Now that I'm seeing it doesn't look like it's precisely lined up, but that's okay. So we have our title, Conquer the Mountain, and then down here in this voided area, our subtitle, a collection of inspirational stories for mountain climbers. And then our fake author name, M. Everest over here, like Mount Everest. Match the color to the color palette, which is one of the colors in this mountain. It's not pure black. It's like a very dark brown, like almost a chocolate color. So that was our second story collection. Then our third one was this really cutesy bedtime story collection, bedtime stories for babies. We found this cute little picture in the Canva's graphics library. Oh, I knew what I was going to do and I totally forgot. I was going to do a search for stars and find more stars like this and place them up in this area or maybe down here. But that's okay. Again, we chose a pre-made title just to save time. This one works really well for children's books, a big kind of like a balloony type. The roundness of letters matches the roundness on this moon. We don't have like a sharp edge moon. Everything else in the design is pretty rounded, so it helped to have letters or fonts that are also rounded. Same thing for here for babies, very round letters, and also down here our fake author name by Mother Goose. So we just added our title, and to help it stand out, we put an outline. Instead of choosing a solid black, I used the eyedropper tool and used this brown from the baby's hair. Same thing down here for Mother Goose. And then the yellow, I use the eyedropper tool for the moon. And then, of course, that background, remember, it was all shades of gray, dark gray, kind of a gloomy looking. But remember, if you find an image you like and it has a little color boxes, that means you can go in and change the colors. So that's what we did. We just added all these different shades of blue and then white. So that's it. I hope today's video helps you when it comes to designing your book cover or a cover for your collection of stories. Again, thank you to the viewer who suggested this. I am so sorry I did not catch your name and I cannot find that message anywhere. It just poof vanished. So I'm sorry about that, but again, you know who you are, and thank you so much for requesting this tutorial. For everyone else, if today's video helped you or any of my videos helped you, please let me know in the comment section. I love hearing your feedback and what is working for you guys. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell because I add new videos each and every week. So that's it for today. Thanks again for watching, liking, and subscribing. Until next time, bye-bye.